Hi folks, quick video to follow up from the last one. Earlier on in the week there were protests outside of the Israeli embassy. Protests from people who were celebrating the atrocities and the horrific things that were carried out against the Israelis by Hamas. Once again, the police of the UK failed in their job because it is actually illegal to do that in the UK. It's illegal to actively support a terrorist organisation, and certainly to go out and try and promote a terrorist organisation is highly illegal, and you get arrested and thrown into prison for that. I was watching something with Douglas Murray pointing out that in Australia there was a man who went into a mosque and killed a load of Muslims. If you would have had people singing, dancing around, waving flags outside of any Islamic embassy, those people would have been arrested. And if anyone was saying, that event was beautiful, yeah. But I think as people are starting to realise, this is Islam. This is Islam. An organisation full of cowards and full of hate. Why are they full of cowards? Because they want to show hate towards another load of people. But if you show hate towards them, oh, you can't do that. No. They want to shout and scream death to whoever their death to is right now. But if you say death to and point out their people, you can't do that. No. They get very offended when you do it back to them. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, people for a long time have started to believe that Muslims were nice people and decent people, and that Islam was good. There was no issues with Islam. Now they're starting to realise maybe what we originally thought about these people is correct. Well, who did that? Muslims. Yeah. Yeah. Well, what struck me after I did the last video is I've done videos in the past talking about the Middle Ages, and even before then, when they used to do the hand-drawn quarter of people, and they used to display the bodies in the marketplace, and where people today can't imagine living in those times when people do that. Well, thanks to Hamas, we now can. Because that's what I'd equate it to. In those days in the Middle Ages, people were so basic in their humanity that they believed it right to hang people in public. Romans believed it right to crucify people in public, to make a public display of such things. Well, the Hamas terrorists seem to believe the same. And as I said to people, be very grateful that you were born when you were now, rather than being born in those days when they did hang people in public. and behead people in public in the past, and hung, drawn and quartered. People like Guy Fawkes. We now live in a much more civilised time when most countries don't even have a death penalty. So of course, with the stories we hear coming out of Israel, that's why these things are so incredibly horrendous. As I say, that's why so many people were caught off guard. They didn't expect that people could come into their houses and do things as barbaric as what they were doing. Yeah. It's very shocking. That's a certainty. It is. So that's why even the world right now, they're discussing, is this a reasoned response? And at the moment, they're not trying to pull the plug. Not trying to stop it right now. The Israelis. The people in the world are not trying to stop the Israelis right now. They're going to allow them to do more. And that's because of the barbaric horrendousness of what Hamas terrorists were doing. As I say, to me, I can't get how you do that to someone. That's one thing. But how you then take so much joy in making it public as well. What? I don't get that. There's a sickness there. Yeah. So yeah. When I saw the protesters, I wanted every single one of them arrested and sent to Gaza. Every single one of them. You want to protest in favour of Palestine? Really, Hamas? Then sod off and go and live there. We don't want you here. You can offer nothing to this country. If what you've got is hate, if you think that those things that happened on Saturday were beautiful, then drop dead and die. It's the best thing you can do for the world is to drop dead and die. Because you have nothing. Nothing in you that's of any worth. And the world would be a far better place if you didn't live in it. But if you can think that way, yeah. Is it possible for God to get through a person like that? It's possible. Is it likely? No. Put it this way, we are seeing people now. I've said about not seeing sin. They're pushing it, aren't they? Really? They really are pushing that. Yeah. Because they're showing their sin everywhere. It's very difficult not to see their sin. You know? They're not really helping themselves, are they? So yeah. I'm not sure what we say to Hamas for the fact that they're helping us to understand what the people of the 3rd century experienced. I don't think a thank you is really the correct reply to that. So there you go. I'm going to leave it to it. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. As I say, sadly, I don't think this is the worst of it. And I think far worse is coming in the future. So there you go. You take care. God bless. And as I said, focus on Father, because he sees the bigger picture. We don't. We can't see that, but he can. So focus on that. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.